because I've enjoyed working with these fifth graders all year long, but this is the last time I get to conduct them, so I've really enjoyed them. Before we move on with our concert, I want to recognize our concert masters. A concert master is someone who gives a tuning note for their section. They're designated leaders. They've demonstrated that they have been really focused throughout the whole year, and they volunteered to be considered for this. So can our concert masters stand up? We'll give you a round of applause. All the concert masters, please. And you might have noticed we have a little color theme going here. These are the 2025 concert t-shirt designs. Can I have our designers stand up? This is the winning design for 2025. So we have Eva, Ali, Maya, and Avery from the Pine Hill School. Would you stand up? We want to recognize you. So the next song we'd like to play for you is one that I actually sprung on the kids maybe about like a month and a half ago. I had never done this song before, and I'm so glad that I pulled it out and had them play it because they're playing it beautifully. They're playing with really soft dynamics and then really big dynamics. This is called Sakura Sakura. It's a Japanese folk song, which means cherry blossom. I'm going to give the percussion a chance to switch to the next instruments that they are going to play. Percussion section is always very, very busy because I assign them something different to play on every single song, so they have to be ready to move pretty quick. So the next song is another first. I've never conducted this song with a fifth grade band, but I now know with how well we prepared it that I'm going to want to do it again. This is a fun song called Minor Rock. Okay, we're going to let the percussion move on to our next song. So the next one we've done a few times over the years, and I just have to give you a little bit of a warning. There might be some surprising things that happen in this song, but it's okay, don't be alarmed. This is called Attack of the Garden Gnomes. As we prepare for our last song, I just want to say I have been in Westwood for 16 years, and before that, before I was a fifth grade band director, Dr. Cody, who is the high school band director, she was a fifth grade band director, and this song has a tradition, and it goes back like, I think 30 years, that it's been performed in every fifth grade concert. The other thing I would like to recognize is that I want to recognize Dr. Sanders, who is the Thurston Middle School band director of the moment. Dr. Sanders is retiring at the end of this year. Can we give her a round of applause for 40 years of service? And there are some big shoes to fill, but I think that we are going to be calling you in. But also, there we have a very wonderful music teacher who is stepping into the role, Mrs. Sada Smith. Where are you at? She's in the back. So thank you to all these wonderful music teachers, because I get to start these kids off, but then I love to go up to the middle school and see what they're up to, and then I see them at the high school and I don't recognize them anymore. They come up to me, Mrs. Lebeds, do you recognize me? I'm like, no, because you're like 6'5" now. I don't know who you are. So anyway, we're gonna go on with Star Wars. So before we dismiss the band, I just want to say a special thank you to all of the administrators, all of the parent volunteers that helped out tonight. I think I had 27 parents volunteer to help out, which I truly appreciate with 107 kids. Thank you to all the music teachers. When we do dismiss, what we'll do is we're going to let the kids go back to the cafeteria to pack up their instruments. And the reason why we came out on stage a little bit early is I told them to make sure they look for where their parents are sitting. If you stay in your seat, I promise you this will work out great. They will pack up, we'll let them come back in here and meet you here. But if everybody goes out into that hallway, it gets really jammed. So can everybody just sit and enjoy for about 5 minutes until the kids get packed up? Does that sound good? Okay, thank you so much for being a wonderful audience. Thank you.